Yesterday we traveled from Champouy to Seaview, Washington. We drove up the 101 along the coast. It was beautiful. It was green and right along the ocean there, so there were lots of opportunities to see the ocean. Of course, I was driving, so I didn't get to enjoy all the views as much as I would have liked to, but it was beautiful. And we drove up through Depot Bay, where my aunt and uncle used to spend their summers. So that brought back some fun memories. We arrived here, and as we were pulling in, we noticed another Lance trailer that was pulling out. So you always notice the Lance trailers because we've got a Lance. And the guy saw ours and he stopped and he waved to us and told us the spot they were coming out of, because this trailer park, this RV park, was full. And that was probably the only spot open that I know of that, and he said, you're probably not going to find another one. And he told us that it's space 70, site 70, and told us where it was. And so we fortunately were able to get that site. There wasn't anybody behind us. We were able to get in there and get the site. Today is Sunday, so this morning we woke up and decided to see if we could find a church. We found a church 4 minutes away, so we drove over there, and it was a great sermon, great music, good teaching of the Bible. The music wasn't super loud, so I could hear myself sing, which usually you can't. It was great. Then we came back. I was able to watch a little bit of golf on TV because we have an HD antenna on the top of our trailer, so I was able to scan some stations and get a local golf tournament. Then we decided to go for a bike ride down by the beach. So this place has a great bike path. Once again, paved, beautiful, and we were able to get quite a long, nice bike ride. It was like up and down these little hills, in and around the trees. At different points you can see the ocean. We even saw some kites being flown. Someone out at the beach was flying kites, so we were able to stop and get a little video of the kites. And it was probably about, I think it's the whole path is about a 7-mile bike ride according to the map. It's called the Discovery Trail. And we rode up the one side of it. We didn't go the other way, but we probably rode 5 miles of it anyway. Went all the way up to the one end of it and back. Stopped for a couple of photo ops. We saw a big old growth tree that they had cut a slice of it and mounted it up there, so we took a picture by that. Saw also a little tree where William Lewis finished his route and ended the route there and carved his name into the tree, and there was a little bench there that had the name of it and the date there where the location is. And then we rode on back, and it was quite a long bike ride. It was kind of tiring, but the weather was nice. I think the high was 64 today, around that, about 64. Nice little cool sea breeze, so we had just a great time today. So that's our story so far for today. That's today's update from arriving here and getting here and going on our little bike ride.
We had a great time at Long Beach, Thousand Trails Campground. We had to be reminded that the campground is all about location, location, location. When you get there, you remember why. As you can see in our videos, the trailers are just back to back and tight. They have an area that has a connection for 4 trailers and like a center, and so 2 on one side and 2 on the other side. So if you're not in the right site, like they would have even numbers where if you had your sewer connection on the driver's side, if you had sewer connection on the passenger side, then you had to do the odd numbers. So most people needed the even numbers. So if you had an odd number, you had to have a long sewer hose and a long electric cord and a long water hose. So it was pretty crazy. But what we do when we go there, why we go there, is to enjoy the ocean. And we like to, as Buzz said, not only bike, but we love to just take our chairs down there and go sit on the sand and just watch the ocean. And we did that with me with a cup of hot tea and Buzz with a cup of, mug of hot coffee, and just to watch the ocean. Kids play in just the waves coming up because the ocean has strong currents, so it's not a swimming one. The other thing that I don't really enjoy is that a lot of the coast or ocean coastline here in Oregon you can drive on. So you out there and you're dealing with people driving, so you have to be careful. And the other thing is the fumes. The fumes are they're horrible when the vehicle comes. But that's this whole draw to the ocean here in Oregon for a lot of people that live here and that come visit the coast. But we just enjoyed it. The thing that we did encounter this time was the one trail that we normally take out of the campground that takes us to the ocean. They have a problem right now with wasps. And so they said, beware. And if you want, take the trail on the south side. So the first time we didn't really understand the full impact of it until we saw the wasp. And so the next time we went on the south side, and they didn't have any wasp problem. But again, this is all about location, being able to enjoy the beach, riding your bike. You can go a good 7-mile stretch you can ride your bike on. I think I made it for 5 miles. Buzz did a couple other miles, but I'm struggling with a knee that keeps hurting me, so I'm challenged there. Maybe one day I'll get an electric bike. We'll see. Anyways, enjoyed the beach, but campground, not that great.